Whether you call it pop, soda, or Coke, all soft drink consumers have one thing in common. Once you've downed your fizzy beverage of choice, you likely throw the aluminum can away or smash it against your forehead and then throw it away. But you might want to rethink that. With a little bit of creativity, soda cans can be repurposed to make your life just a little bit easier. So grab a can, pop the top, but don't toss it just yet. These 20 DIY soda can hacks might stop you from ever getting rid of your cans again. Number 1. Who says old metal cans aren't eco-friendly? An empty Coke with some bark and moss glued on can serve as the perfect home for wrens or other small birds. Just attach the birdhouse to any tree using a couple of zip ties. Number 2. Got your scissors handy? With a bit of cutting, you can transform any aluminum can into the perfect holder for a tea light. This homemade lamp provides some great mood lighting. Number 3. Need to inject a little more life into your party? If you have some spare time beforehand, you can build an awesome speaker using a soda can and a handful of audio parts. This project should cost you less than $20, which is a steal compared to brand name speakers. Number 4. Just because your microwave is on the fritz doesn't mean that movie night is ruined. You can have fresh popcorn in seconds by putting together a makeshift oven out of 2 cans and a small candle. Pour in some kernels, and soon you'll feel like you've got your very own movie theater. Number 5. If you happen to have a ton of soda can tabs on your hand, you can make a very cool lightweight chain. After cutting a slit in the thinnest of the tabs, you can stack them to make an individual link, and then hook them up with other links. Soon, you'll have a shiny chain perfect for a wallet or belt. Number 6. When it comes to storing your valuables, a safe is often too impractical and too obvious. For a subtler method, simply use a can opener to slice off the top of an empty can and then add a bit of weight inside. Voila! You've got the perfect place to secretly stash any small objects in plain sight. Number 7. Need to split apart a yolk from egg whites? Sure, you could blow some of your hard-earned cash on a kitchen gadget you'll only use once in a while, but for a cheaper solution, cut off the top of the can and drill some holes in the bottom. Once it's flipped over, the gadget will do the job perfectly. Number 8. Speaking of eggs, what do you do with your frying pan? Pouring leftover grease down the drain seems like an easy fix, but it's actually a great way to clog your pipes with fat. Instead of dealing with that nightmare, just pour the waste into a can and dispose of it once it cools. Number 9. Do you hate buying small pots for seedlings when they'll just outgrow their home in a couple of weeks? Well, you can have a green thumb and keep the green in your wallet. Slice an empty can in half and fill each part with soil, and you've got cheap and easy planters for your next crop. Number 10. A lot of the phone cases out there are so bulky that you can barely fit the device in your pocket. For a slimmer profile, you can just take the body of an aluminum can and wrap it around like a suit of armor. Just remember to leave a hole for your camera, or else you'll never become an Instagram star. Number 11. If you have a big craft project but lack the proper tools, never fear. Putting together some repurposed aluminum, sturdy tape, and a basic lighter will get you a new hot glue gun in just a few minutes. Then you can stick to your original project. Number 12. For all the Tom Sawyer types out there, any day can be a lazy fishing day as long as you've got a couple of old soda cans. The tabs, minus a bit of metal on the side, make perfect fish hooks. Plus, maybe you can use the rest of the can to dig up some fresh bait. Number 13. There's nothing more frustrating than spotty Wi-Fi, but when Netflix won't stop buffering, don't hurl your laptop out the window. Instead, position a cut-open soda can on your router, and it'll reflect the signal towards any devices facing it. Number 14. Outdoor showers are the best, though they're usually something you only get at the beach. For a taste of vacation in your own backyard, construct a shower using a garden hose, solar heating system, and a soda can shower head. One other suggestion, if you're going to strip all the way down, it's best to invest in a shower curtain as well. Number 15. For advanced DIY practitioners, 2 empty cans can form the skeleton for an excellent camp stove. With just a bit of denatured alcohol or methanol poured inside, you can cook just about any gourmet dish in the great outdoors. Number 16. This hack is perfect for forgetful types. If you've completely blanked on a padlock combination, don't bother trying to guess. After all, most locks have up to 64,000 possibilities. A strip of aluminum wrapped into a hooked cylinder fits into the lock and pops it open in seconds. Number 17. We've all been in the situation where we're cooking some elaborate dinner only to realize that the cheese grater is nowhere in sight. Luckily, you don't have to toss out your work in order to takeout. Simply poke holes in the side of the can and use that to grate and collect your cheese. Number 18. Some DIY hacks can get a little complicated, so here's a simple one. If you're ever in a pinch and need to call for help from far away, the bottom of the can makes a perfect signal mirror. With just a bit of polish, you'll be all set. Number 19. If your new signal mirror isn't reaching the help you need, you can cut up another spare can to build a high-pitched survival whistle. Once you get the hang of it, the whistle can be heard for miles around. Number 20. Steel wool is a must for scrubbing up mucked pots and pans. If you can't find any, however, it's pretty easy to make your own. After cutting a soda can into thin strips, you can condense them into a ball and scrub away. Just please be careful not to cut yourself on any sharp edges. These DIY hacks show why it is always helpful to have a couple of soda cans on hand. Share these helpful tips with your friends.